Hi, Glen Oaks Public Speakers. My name is Michelle McNamara, and I'm your professor for this hybrid public speaking class. Normally, we would be meeting this week on Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock, but Glen Oaks has made some adjustments to the fall schedule, and I am not able to physically be at Glen Oaks on Tuesday afternoon. So I'm recording this video to welcome you to class and to try to walk you through the very first welcome week. The truth is, it's really about looking at the syllabus, looking at our online material. If you've taken an online class before, you're very familiar with Canvas, you're very familiar with uploading material, but public speaking is going to run a little bit differently. So 3 steps, 3 things you'll have to do this week. Number 1, you'll have to log into our Canvas classroom. It is hybrid, which means you do have to log into Canvas. You'll have to do a lot of work, discussions, homework, and sometimes videos through the Canvas classroom. Step 2, you'll need to read the entire syllabus so you can get your bearings for the class. One of the first things you'll need to know about this class is that I do not accept late work for any reason. This is a real world, you're real adults, and there are deadlines. And so unfortunately, any material turned in after Saturday at midnight will be a 0. You can still do it, you're just not gonna get any credit for it. So keep that in the back of your mind all semester long. Step 3 is our discussion boards. And I know these can be a little awkward, especially at the beginning before we really get to know one another, but there are 2 discussion questions each week. Discussion question A in this class is gonna be really easy for you this week. You'll just type it in, no problem. You'll have to reply to a classmate. But B requires you to upload a YouTube video to our classroom. Now, for those of you that have never uploaded to YouTube before, it's very simple. You can just do a quick Google search of how to log into YouTube or how to upload my first video to YouTube, and you can get both of those done very simply. If it's freaking you out, if it's causing you stress, there's a couple things I can say to reassure you. Number 1, you will only be able to access your video if you have the hyperlink. So that means, you're not going to become an overnight internet sensation because only those in your class will be getting that hyperlink. Number 2, folks wonder if they can just send me a video from their phone or their iPad, and the answer is no. It has to go through YouTube for accessibility. So students that have a visual or hearing limitation, they get a closed captioning once you send that sort of through YouTube, so they have to be uploaded through YouTube. It takes longer than you think, so make sure you don't start sending that or uploading it at 11:58 p.m. on Saturday night because it will arrive late and therefore be a 0. If you've got questions about that process, you can ask a friend, you can email me. There will not be a lot of uploads, video uploads, but in case, knock on wood, that there's a snow day, we know that we will be able to upload those if possible. I didn't think that we would ever have to move a class fully online, but for those of you that survived through COVID and the pandemic, we did have to upload some things, and thank goodness we knew how to do that. So having that said, that material is all due this week. And then I'll be back at Glen Oaks next Tuesday afternoon. We'll start introducing ourselves, that sort of thing. And then we'll start going over our first speeches, which are essentially an introductory speech about yourself. So no research, no big written reports, no APA, no MLA. This is going to be from 1 to 2:25 every Tuesday afternoon. We're going to meet together. It's a really good class. I've seen the names on the roster. I'm excited about my Tuesday afternoon class. But if you have any questions in the meantime, shoot me an email. I'm not on campus this week, but I am not, I'm not in the middle of the woods, and so I am able to reply to some of your emails. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see each of you next Tuesday afternoon from 1 to 2:25. Attendance is really important in this class because if you miss one class session, you miss a lot. So I'll see you next Tuesday.